welcome back to the channel that knows nothing. I am Gem, and let's get to it. I always forget I need to heighten? Put my chair higher, because the camera is weird and lighting is not the best, but we're gonna work on that. Maybe. So today we are doing the Reading Habits book tag, and I've done the Bad Reading Habits book tag. I didn't even know this one existed until I stumbled upon Carrie Hope Fletcher's, YouTube channel again and became obsessed again. Not that the obsession really ever left. Love that girl too much. Anyway, I thought this one would be a really fun one to do. Again, it is another book tag. I am struggling to think of more ideas in here. That's a lie. I do have a lot of ideas, just like executing them, I'm very bad at. Also, I need more people because I really want to do some more quiz things, but alas, earwax. Alas, also, a lot of people I know now have full-time jobs, and I am still part-time, so I have a lot of hours in the day to put in, so I can, look for quizzes to do, but then, no one's gonna do them with me anyway. Doesn't matter that much. I won't cry myself to sleep at night. Okay, this is getting really derailed now. Anyway, jumping on into question number 1 for this tag. It is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? And not really. Generally, it's in my room, sometimes downstairs, but, family. So generally, it's upstairs in my room, in my bed, reading. Or in the car before work, because I am a big nerd like that. Question number 2 in this tag is a bookmark or random piece of paper, and yes to both. But also that random piece of paper must be a triangle. It must be a rectangle, not triangle. Don't know where that came from. Must be rectangular or, square. Because I like edges. Edges are nice, please. Question number 3 in this tag is, can you just stop reading out blank? Like, you don't need to stop at a certain chapter or page. And generally, yes, but I do tend to like to stop at a chapter or a certain page number. It has to be like an even number I stop at, or an even chapter. I don't know why. I think I just like even numbers. Although my favorite number is 3. So I'm a little bit inconsistent like that, so. Question number 4 in this tag is, do you eat or drink while reading? And that is yes, but it's kind of it's not extreme stakes. It's not like I'm eating dinner and reading. It's generally I'm having a tea or a biscuit or toast. Nothing too extravagant there, but generally I'll try not to drink or eat while reading. But it's nice too. It feels leisurely in a way. Number 5 is multitasking while reading. Do you watch TV or listen to music? Absolutely not to both if I can help it. I am so I can't multitask. Sometimes. It depends what I'm doing. Reading, I really can't multitask in. I suck at it. I can't have a distraction going there and me reading here, because I will be more, even if it's the news on TV, I will be more interested in that than trying to read. I'll be like, ooh, what happened? What disaster today? Tell me, news lady. Number 6 in this tag is, are you a one book person or a several book person? And I am generally a one book person because I can only deal with so many storylines at once. I get too lost in too many things happening. Mainly because a lot of what I read is the same, contemporary and fantasy-wise, especially in the young adult genre. I don't want to get mixed information, which is funny because my friends find it weird that I can play multiple games at one time and remember the controls. Yeah, remember the controls. Yeah, no, I don't. But they're just why can't you read multiple books at a time? It's not that hard to remember, several different storylines. I'm like, guys, no, I can barely remember controls from a game. Please don't make me read multiple books. The only exception is I was reading To Sir Philip with Love and Lore Olympus at the same time, but they are completely different mediums. No way in shape gonna get those mixed up ever. One, because a better relationship and toxicity, not gonna get that mixed up ever. Number 7 is reading at home or reading everywhere. It's a bit of both. Like, mainly it's at home, but also like I said, I do read in the car before work because I get to work early to have 10 minutes to read a little bit before I start work. And no one sees me because I sit in the car like a freaking weirdo reading. But also I get that a lot from my dad. Like when my dad had to come pick us up from someplace or had to wait in the car like while we practiced at whatever we were doing, he would bring a book. And now I have, you know, continued the weird tradition of my family, but also I have now passed it on to my little sister, which I feel like there's like some high tier stuff there. Although she has a full-time job, so she doesn't get to do it anymore, and she is sad about it, which I find funny. Number 8 in this tag is read out loud or read in your head, and I'm definitely a read in your head type person. I can read a lot quicker because when I read out loud, my dyslexia comes out, and yeah, I bumble over every single word. Even if it's a word I know, my brain just panics because I think it just gets flashbacks to like high school and university where I had to read stuff out loud and it was just the worst. So yeah. If it's like a picture book, I'll read it out loud, but just for the joy of it because I'm weird like that. Number 9 in this tag is do you read ahead or skip pages? And I do not do either one of those anymore. Like I did when I was like young and didn't like reading, but I don't do that now because yeah, it's really bad if you do. Like there's bits of books that people are just like, you remember that bit, and I'm like, totally remember that bit. I do not remember that bit. What happened? Like flings open book. Oh my god, when did that happen? Although there are bits in books that I've read and people are just like, do you remember when that happened? It's just like, no, I do not remember when that happened. Why don't I remember that happening? It's mainly because it's one trivial like event within this like big climax, and that's the one thing I don't remember because it's just like this big thing is happening and it's just like, did you remember this little bit over here? It's like, no, I did not. Great, I'm gonna have to read the book again because I'm seeming like a fake fan right now. Number 10 in this tag is breaking the spine or keeping it like new. And I reckon if it just happens naturally, then like, yeah, but I'm not gonna like deliberately just go to a book because I'm not a murderer, for one thing. But like if it happens naturally over like me reading it, then yeah, sure. But I'm not gonna purposely break the spine of the book, if that makes sense. People who read books will know what I'm talking about, surely. Number 11 in this tag is do you write in your books? And I don't, but not because I don't want to. Like there's a few books that I want to go back and like highlight certain sections or like, you know, like write little things like of quotes I like, but I just don't have the time to do that. I did gift a present to my friend once with her favorite book, which was Alice in Wonderland, and I gave her like a list of things to like do, like, you know, highlight certain quotes or like underline things that you like or write something that, you know, write a story in the margin of this like Alice in Wonderland book. And we're not friends anymore, but I really hope she did it. So I really wanted to like follow the same list of rules I gave her with my favorite book at the time, which was Looking for Elastica. Obviously my favorite book is not Looking for Alaska anymore, but I would love to do that with like a few of my favorite books eventually at some point. Anyway guys, that's the end of this book tag. I hope you liked it. And yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe because that is always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.